So yesterday I did a video talking about how I grew up in the 80s and I spent most of my teen years grounded because that was my parents' go-to punishment and way of controlling my behavior, which really didn't work, obviously, because I kept getting grounded. So today, now our teenagers, the go-to punishment is to take away the phone because, yes, our kids tend to spend too much time on it. They're doing things that aren't healthy on it at times. So I'm not saying don't ever put parameters on the phone. Our kids do need to have structure and they need to be able to learn how to self-regulate. We have to show them how to do that though. In the same video, I talked about our kids getting their needs met through their behaviors and the 6 emotional needs that we all have, not just teenagers, but all kids, no matter what, adults, no matter what. Emotional needs of acceptance, affection, attention, appreciation, autonomy, and connection. These are the things that we use our behaviors in order to get. And I'm not even saying we're conscious of that, but we are all needing these things. So the point of the video was to have parents start to look beneath surface behaviors to figure out what's really going on. And one mom kindly asked, what happens if you do figure out it's one of these 6 needs that are not being met and that's why they're misbehaving or they're not listening? What do you do? Great question. I'm glad you asked. And I'm going to use kind of an extreme example just because I want this to really be made clear, but it doesn't have to be this extreme. So I began working with a mom whose 17-year-old daughter she had discovered was taking explicit pictures of herself and sharing them to others on her phone. So mom was flabbergasted. We started working through the issue and of course she wanted to approach her daughter about why she was doing this. Not to mention that the daughter did not know that her mom was looking at her phone. So it was like kind of a cluster, right? So it was about constructing a conversation for her to have with her daughter that wouldn't demean her daughter or make her daughter feel bad or ashamed, but to kind of figure out what was going on and obviously to help her daughter understand her personal value and not to be giving her power away through sexting pictures of herself. When mom sat down and had the conversation with her daughter, come to find out through a series of questions and things that they were discussing that it really was the daughter needing to feel as if she was part of something because all of her friends were doing this sexting as well. So the underlying feeling is wanting acceptance. The behavior, she wasn't in agreement with it, didn't feel good about it, but she was looking to be accepted, right? Because her mom came from a place of curiosity, their conversation got to a place where daughter knew that she had done wrong and obviously couldn't undo what she had done, but also came to a place of understanding her value as a young woman and how it was demeaning to herself to do this behavior and that it wasn't worth being accepted by others to demean herself. And this is why I want to invite parents to get curious about what's beneath the surface behavior of what your child is doing. Because we can learn a lot when we work to connect with our kids rather than constantly coming at them and needing to punish or nip in the bud the behavior.